What's up, YouTube? Mr. LMSC here, and today we're asking, is the Druid the best starter class for Diablo 2 Resurrected Ladder Reset? Let's find out. Now, generally I would say people don't consider the Druid to be the greatest class of starting out, but I think there's definitely some reasons why you can argue it. Number one, big damage early and late for this character, right? As soon as you can get yourself into, this is a paladin I'm on, as soon as you can get yourself into some of the fire skills, even Fissure starting out, right, level 12, Firestorm, Molten Boulder, if you're really going super early on, there is a lot of damage to be had right here. Fissure's damage is insane. This is probably the most broken level 12 skill in the game. And I mean, I'm thinking through all the level 12 skills that we have. I mean, obviously you've got like Static at 6 and blah, blah, blah. Hammers is 18, so we don't have that. Wake of Fire existed, which is really nice. I mean, there's definitely some nice level 12 skills. I don't think any of them beat Fissure. Fissure can kill players 8 with 1 point in it. 1 point in Fissure, you can walk around and drop a Fissure, and players 8, everything dies. It's absolutely insane how good it is. So if you're with a party, if you're with friends, things like this, you can just carry the whole party with just your fire druid killing everything, and everybody else just kind of, you know, whacking dudes, just doing whatever they want in the background. Doesn't even matter. Your character's strong enough to do it. But as you continue through the game, you're going to continue to add more damage, right? As you move into things like Tornado and Hurricane later on. Great damage. You have that physical and that cold. You have the AoE. It's very nice. They're looking at improving fire skills as well in 2.4. They already improved them some. Maybe they'll improve them even more. So if that's the case, that fire damage might continue to add on even more later on. And this could be a great character to go kill the cows with, to go, you know, run around in some of those areas, you know, some Act 4 and 5 areas, find places without immunes, and really get some good killing. So I think that's definitely having that damage early and late for ladder reset is extremely helpful, and not all characters really have that. So I think that is one reason why it's maybe the best. The second reason is you have a lot of protection from summons. So if you do become a summoner, first off, they're improving summoners. So summoners are now becoming a build that's actually playable. But being able to have that bear up, being able to have the spirit wolves or dire wolves, whichever one that you choose, I hope that they'll let us have all of them up. We don't know, but hopefully. But even being able to have some of them up is very helpful. You can always resummon them. You can always put them in the way of you, in the way of your party members, whatever it is, which is really, really nice and just super helpful to give that protection. And then, of course, with summons comes one of the biggest reasons why the Druid, I think, can be one of the best characters starting the ladder, and that is Sage. Oak Sage is just such a big boost to life. It's truly amazing when you look at your life and then like a barbarian kind of bows you and it's like, that's nice. And then the Oak Sage comes in and it's like, wow. And not only is it boosting you, it's boosting your summons, it's boosting your friend summons, and it's both boosting the entire party just overall. It's extremely solid. The worst part is the AI is really dumb, but of course you can always just recast it whenever it goes down. So whenever I'm starting a ladder, I always want to make sure I have a Druid that has an Oak Sage, and they're just casting it and keeping it up for the party because it really does just provide such a giant boost over there. Number 4 is going to be a large variety of areas. So something that I really like about the Druid is that because you have in this elemental tree physical damage from Tornado and cold damage from Hurricane, it really opens up the areas that you can go around and you can kill stuff. And I don't even have, what am I missing? Maybe like a torch or something to, let's see if I have a random torch lying around. Nope. Okay, that's fine. So something that I really like with this character is no matter where you're going, you have multiple damage sources, and the only mobs that are really going to be an issue for you are those that are going to be cold and physical immune. So here, these are cold immunes, but I do physical damage as well with my tornadoes, so I don't have to worry, right? And so that's physical, but I mean, that's cold and whatever, but that's still fine. Like you can go into so many of the different areas. And I think for early, early characters, that's really a struggle for a lot of them, is trying to figure out where they can go and farm, because there's immunities and it makes it so difficult. But like I say, with that physical cold damage, it really just opens up a lot. Aiming tornadoes is very annoying. But even apparitions, which are immune to physical, you can see I don't even have to worry too much about them. I just have to avoid them a little bit, and then just let my hurricane do enough damage to kill them off on its own. So there's rarely any physical immunes, but even the ones that you do come across, you still have potential to kill. Still does make it viable and still very nice. So I think that's something that a lot of people are really going to enjoy, right? Is sometimes they get on and they're like, I'm going to be a blizzard sorceress. And then they get to the end and they're like, I can't deal with cold immunes in so many areas. So I'm just stuck fighting in like 3 areas over and over again. So I think for some people, they just really don't like that. And the last one is Shockwave. And this is not something that a lot of you are probably going to use, but Shockwave has an insane stun length. We're talking like 12, 13, 14 seconds, something like that, once you actually start to max it. So if you jump in with a party and just run Werebear with a max Shockwave, and you can run summons as well, get your Oak Sage, all of this stuff, people will love you, because you can just go in anywhere and just Shockwave everything, and it's stunned for so long that everybody can just kill it before it becomes unstunned, which is super, super helpful. So not for a damage or a solo build really, though you can use it with your summons if you just want to be a summon with Shockwave right there. But for a party overall, especially a party that's a little bit weaker, it is a perma crowd control that just takes a single Shockwave to an area rather than having to like keep leaping over and over and over again, like a leap barbarian, which has its own benefits and can be nice as well. But this gives you a little bit more ease of just running around and casting it. And the length on it is just insane. So with those 5 reasons, I say, is Druid the best starter class for D2R ladder reset? Maybe. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, everybody. Peace, YouTube.